Okay, where are we? What we doing? Well, Daisy, regular Daisy rather than anything special. Ghost Sniper server. And we're back up at the airfield. Bloody zombies. And first off, a bit of an apology for not producing quite as many videos of late. Been suffering a bit with a lot of back pain, which for me is fairly unusual, and just not wanting to be sat at the computer desk playing. Let's see what we've got in here. The hunt for stuff continues. Ooh, MREs. So a quick look. Might as well have an MRE to have something to eat. You've got to stock up on food when you're up here, because there's not always lots of food in this area. Ammo. Mind you, looking at that, it's probably DRM. Yes, it is. DMR, sorry. Wait. Back out. Thank you. What are you? Some kind of AK ammo. And as you can imagine, the server's bloomin' empty. It's just me. What was that? That's... Ooh, yeah, that's that SD ammo again. Relatively rare. Let's pick it up, just in case we find an SD. PDW's a pretty good weapon, but the 9mm SD is way better. Still, the loot tables don't really have enough, if that makes sense. I can't remember when it was, but one of the updates within the last month reduced the amount of loot that drops in. Oh, these guys are all over the place. I mean, to tell you how quiet this server has been, that bicycle I rode up here on about 4 days ago, still exactly where I left it. Can't... Those guys, I'm going to say, they look like they'd lost interest in me for a second then. So it's a case of trying to find some more loot. You know, I despawned up here. So, you know, left the server when I was up here, so it would be foolish to then head off to Starry to go try and pick up some better gear. Still got some nice stuff, still got the GPS you see there. That was left for me in my tent. Someone who watched the video figured out where my tent was and left me a couple of presents. One was that GPS, one was a compass. Compasses you find, but GPSs are harder to find. So that's pretty cool. That's the point. I haven't been to that tent for a while. I better get back down to it just to make sure that it stays, because low player numbers mean, you know, if you don't play regularly, what you invest in by building in stuff into a tent is likely to disappear. So what have we got? Oh, something there. What are you? Don't want the bandage. The AK ammo. Hey, caught on to me, little bugger. What are you? Oh my. You're what I've already got, but... Wait. Back up. Let's put this on... No, it was on auto. At the very least, I'll have your ammunition. Same weapon I already have, so hey, don't need another one. But always pick up the ammo if you see it. Go on, open bag. And yep, the hunt continues. I get people asking me, you know, have you tried this variant of the mod? Have you tried that? And yes, in the answer, in most cases, I have. Pretty much the only one I haven't tried is Breaking Point, and that's because I have an issue with the way it's installed. It has its own little installer that it will download and install the mod for you, which is, I suppose, nice, but why? When you've got These things already exist, things I always use play with 6. For me to play Breaking Point, I would have to change the way I installed my mods, and I like play with 6. It's a good extension to the Armour universe with its mod support and downloading. It is considered by many Armour players to be the preferred method of downloading and installing mods. It works with Armour 3 as well as Armour 1 as well. I presume it works with Armour 1. It works with Armour 3, it works with Armour 2, and quite a few of the mod makers prefer it as a method. And the guys who have made the M24, yeah, not on this server. The guys who decided to make the Breaking Point mod have decided not to use it and create their own. And it's full of error. It doesn't run on my system without throwing up errors. You know, and I'm talking programming errors where it says this has stopped running. You start or continue and think, yeah, this isn't very well written if it doesn't run without a fault or error. Sorry, itchy head. So I've decided not to install it because I would have to manually download and install the beta, which would probably then conflict with what I've already got installed with Play with 6. So, sorry, you're not going to be getting me playing Breaking Point. I did try to install it, didn't like the installer. It's not written terribly well. Oh, what are you? Oh, we've given up. Okay, bye. But when it comes to all the various different variants on Dayz, I think the one I like the most is Epoch, and that's primarily because they haven't changed the regular Dayz experience too much. They've just added an extra layer on top, which is nice. You know, to give you that extra gameplay experience. Ooh, aha, guess what you are? Yay! Another big magazine. Thank you. You will do nicely, sir. And we'll put it up the top. Bugger all. Careful down the stairs. Wait. Nice and gently. Line yourself up properly. Bye-bye. Nasty little buggers they are. So, yeah, I was saying I apologise for not making quite as many videos as normal because, as I say, I've been suffering with a bad back for a little while, which is unusual. I don't normally suffer with back pain, so is this going to be worth going in, or am I... See, this is always problematic. I prefer to go out that door rather than in it. Could do with a smoke grenade, actually. Smoke grenade might be useful right now. Oh, come on, get up the... Oh, stupid thing. I so hope that the standalone gets away from this whole business of one animation having to stop before the next animation starts. If I come up all this bloody way for shit. Everything in Armour 3 is so much more smooth. Oh shit, that was bad timing. Right, oh, hang on. Step over, come on, let me out. Step over. Step over. Okay. Maybe out... Yeah, someone told me about that. Go out over the rubble. Dislike that. Rubble placement on that one. But hey, a game without any risks is just boring. Now, there's a lot would say that the way I play Armour doesn't have any risks anyway, because all I've got to worry about is Zeds, and they're easy to get rid of. I mean, look. Because I play conventional armour, and my favourite server happens to be one that's not terribly popular. But I don't like, I don't know, the other variants I like less. Also, as it happens with my experience of the current armour players, DayZ players who are still playing regular DayZ, is most of them are playing as hero. Most of them are playing as hero survivors. We are the guys that are left still playing this game. Oh yeah. It's not the bandits, not the quick thrill bandits. It's guys like me who are still playing conventional DayZ. Yeah, does that make any sense? Ooh, they're walking this way. No, he's not. He's walking that way. Crashed aircraft over there. We'll have to investigate that. Oh, and I'm bleeding. Bloody marvellous. Oh, door's closed. Pissing blood like a fountain, and of course into the corner, not too close to the walls. Ooh, I have got to pick up some bandages. Oi! Bandage. See, I've lost some blood. You look down here, if you've got on full screen. And you see this time, it has refilled the blood. So this is where I got the idea that MREs were some kind of house, a little special with the amount. You know what, I could go to the website and look it up, but hey. Another AKM round. Let's pick up that Smoky. Although I dislike throwing objects in this game because it takes so long to do it. Wait, open. Oh, of course I'm opening and closing that door. Have you, if you're a long-time DayZ player, have you ever seen such a pitiful amount of bloody loot at the airfield? I mean, again, that might be part of the dissatisfaction with DayZ now. Places like the airfield, with its military loot spots, encourages people here. But I mean, seriously, have I come all this way for some MREs and one clip for my PDW? How crazy is that? You need a reason to, where there's going to be concentrated, you need a reason for people to go to particular areas, either to loot stuff or to be shot by others whilst you loot. Yeah? That's the whole survivor versus bandit mechanic in the game. If it encourages people to come here, but there's no good reason to come all this way as a survivor on a busy server, say, as it used to be, with a sniper sat over there somewhere on that far side. There's a broken down Humvee along there which they normally used to sit by. There's no reason to come here if the loot's not going to be any good. I mean, no loot. Some of the lack of loot is because there aren't many players. What would happen is one person would come through, pick through what was there, like or dislike what he found, and watch that. Like or dislike what he found, and then the next person would come through, and their loot would spawn in, but the old loot would still be there. If that makes sense. So you had the loot from multiple players turning up. And of course with only one player on the server, and very possibly only one player since the last restart, the only loot that's being spawned in is the loot that I'm generating. Obviously things like this crash site will have its loot that was spawned in by the server when the server restarted, but yeah, quick check. Yeah, I'm still the only person on the server. What have we got here? Not a lot by the look of it. Oh, come on, there's got to be something here. No. Always difficult trying to see the green little flash icon. Over and above on the green grass. I'll scroll wheel to bring up the scroll wheel option to see if that will flash up. Nothing. This is majorly disappointing, isn't it, eh? Nope, it's not even worth going over there. Back to the bicycle. Back to Zelena. Check on my tent, just to make sure it respawns in. There was a time, not so long ago, that you would have had half a dozen animals walking across this. Doesn't seem to happen anymore. Don't get the animals. Sorry, I'm going to slurp a coffee. It's... what time of day is it in real world? Oh, come on, phone. It is... it's almost 4 o'clock. Just woke my phone up. So, yeah. Not so many reasons to come here anymore. I try not to make this too depressing. I've still got zombies to deal with. Swap over to the primary. This crashed car up here is what I meant by this. One of the favoured sniper spots. You had the crashed Humvee to hide behind. Oh great, the server will start in 1 minute. Please prepare accordingly. Hiding these woods. Because you've got a nice bead on the entrance to that barracks. And you can watch people working their way down. So if the server's going to restart in a minute, I better log out. But there you go, that was a quick run on the airfield. I'll come back in a couple of minutes and I'll talk to you again later. So we're back. And it's raining, which is not so good. And not only that, hey, there's another person on the server, and going by that ping, he's also in the UK. So let's see about saying hi to him. See if he's chatty at all. Now, as the server's just restarted, do you think it's worth doing all that lot again? Or should I just bugger off? Maybe I should just bugger off. Seeing as my bicycle's so close to that other barracks, I'll probably nip in there, but I'm not going to do another run on that lot. Visibility's closed in because of the rain. And it's a case of normal looting. Ooh, a cow. And a bus. Now hang on, that bus was not there when I was here a little while ago. How strange. Bus is not my favourite form of transport. Do you think that's how other players just come up here and park? Well, if it is, he hasn't generated any Zs. Yeah, I think the server has just dropped a bus in. As I say, I dislike the bus as transport, basically because they're quite fragile. You know, common misconception, it's a bus, but it ain't no tank. And the other thing is that they're really quite difficult to manoeuvre because they're so large. Bye-bye, Zeds. Oh, he is interested. Little bugger. No, he's not interested. Weird. Very strange Zed behaviour. I'm not bloody invisible, am I? See? I don't want to keep on harping on about this lack of loot business, but that should have had at least 2 items in it, even if it was just a tin can. We'll lose. Have I lost him already? Very strange. Well, we're coming up to this little 2-storey building. We'll have a look at the end. The Zed's down there. Oh, there's the Zeds. Hello, Zeds. Anything in there? No, nothing I want anyway. There are things there. Little thing to remember that is actually a military loot spot. They appear to have attracted a lot of attention. Let's tree lurk for a little bit. Change over to my PDW. If I have to kill any of these guys. I'm going to have to kill a few. Shouldn't attract too much attention. Nope, they've all gone. Anything on these Zeds? It's worth having a look, I suppose. But again, the amount of loot they carry seems to have dropped as well. And someone's still interested in me a little bit. There he is. Lost interest. Mind you, I'm walking across a road. There he goes. He's interested in me. And we've got some things in here this time. I think I've got one of those. Yes, I have. Oh, hello. This is where this weapon really is not terribly. Oh, I hate it when they walk through the doors like this. There's enough resistance in the door to slow a bullet down to the point where it will have less of an effect. Yeah? But the Zebs can still walk through it, which is somewhat annoying. I still need bandages. I must remember to pick up bandages. It's something I normally ignore to a certain extent because I think, oh, I don't need bandages. Forgetting, haha, I need bandages. I would normally carry 4 pistol rounds and 4 bandages. Because getting tapped, you know, it happens. You. Come on, tell me what you are. Oh, G17 pistol ammunition. Don't need that many bandages. Step. Oh, come on, step over. Yeah. Nothing in there. So, back to the bicycle. So, where shall I go? I realise it's only about 4 days since I was down at Zelena, so my tent should be fine, assuming no one's found it and raped it and emptied it, the buggers. So I think it's off to Starry. Change to my primary for a better long-range weapon. Looks like the rain stopped, which is nice. And around here somewhere should be my bike. And it's time to go for a little cycle ride. Where's my bike? Where's my bike? Hello, bicycle. Hello, Zed. Let's put a dot on Starry. Come on, where are you? Gorka. Starry little bar. Really shouldn't make that much noise next, and then go straight into my things. Right, external view, double tap Alt, so I've got free look. Don't hit anything is the secret. If ever there's a secret riding bicycles. Really nice forms of transport in this game. But yeah, you just don't want to hit anything. I actually know why I put a dot on the thing. I should know my way from the airport to Starry by now. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later. So here we are, approaching Starry. Still got that other guy on the server. Bicycles are a little more dangerous than they used to be because the Zeds can pull you off them. So you can no longer just hop onto a motorcycle or a bicycle and just sit there. In fact, to the point where I don't actually like riding through town. Try to avoid it. I have to pop into the supermarket to pick up some food. And the other problem, of course, is you don't want to turn up to a loot-rich area on a bicycle, because although the zombies, or any vehicle, because although the zombies will spawn in, sometimes the loot doesn't spawn in. So let's take the bicycle up to the rusty car, or the earliest, you know, one of the oldest sniper spots. Oh, come on, up the hill. Thank you. Always a good idea with a bicycle is actually to aim it where you want to get out of it. So we sort of hang around in this area a little bit just to ensure that the loot does spawn in. Because again, you don't want to come this distance and not have loot come in. It might be always a little look over the top of this hill to see if there's any crashed helicopters, because you often get one over here. Nah, nothing. So let's go first person. Let's get the PDW out. We've got 7 rounds in it. What am I doing for... Ooh, yes. Have to be careful. Might have to reload a few times. I'm going to nip into the supermarket to pick up some regular supplies, I think. So it's just a general little tromp through Starry Sobor. Pretty confident that there aren't going to be any players around. There is one other guy. I know nothing about him. Don't recognise him off the server. But the other thing is, as I say, most of the people that I'm coming across playing ordinary Dayz are all playing as hero survivors, because we are the ones that were having fun with the game without shooting people, and therefore, as there are not many players around, we're still having fun not shooting people. Does that make... No, that doesn't make any bloody sense at all. I'm trying to formulate the sentence to actually make sense. This type of gameplay was the type of gameplay we were after. We found that bandits were an annoyance. Lack of loot's a chuffed annoyance, I tell you. Ooh. These guys are not only... Yeah, so we used to find that bandits were an annoyance. And now there aren't any bandits, it's actually slightly better. So this type of gameplay we actually still enjoy. The only thing I dislike about it is the lack of loot. Not having bandits to worry about is actually a bonus. Gotta watch that, this clip was almost empty. Is he still coming in? Oh, he is. So he's probably just... Oh, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. How many rounds have I got left? 10 still, that's okay. So the continuous and ongoing hunt for loot. Oh shit. Get done without him. You notice there's a lack of loot in here. I must shut up about lack of loot. Same rucksack as I already own. Quick check. Yeah, same rucksack as I already own. Are you? AKM rounds and some antibiotics. I already have most of that. I think I winged him earlier. DMR? Yeah, DMR. More antibiotics. More antibiotics. No, painkillers this time. Someone's plonked a sandbag. The closest we get to base building in this game, in regular Dayz, but don't see much point to it. Ooh, there is something there. What's there? Aha! Standard rounds. Thank you very much. I will have you. Not getting much opportunity to use my primary weapon. Because if you want every zombie in the area to come running towards you, you know, you open up with a noise. Oh, hang on. Yeah, open up with a full auto. Ooh, stand around SD. Now apparently there is a bit of a, shall we say, bug. If you use the SD ammo in a non-SD weapon, it makes as much noise to players, so they can hear you just as loud. But the Zeds treat it as if you are firing an SD weapon. Odd, isn't it? They're little bugs, you pick them up apparently. Well, hello. Sure, I shot him in the face. Is that shotgun shells and pistol ammo? Yeah, shotgun shells and pistol ammo. So, now where? Now what? A few little places in and around here. Always worth looking in a barn. Might find something interesting. I hope I don't end up playing this the way I play a lot of other games. The way I play games when I'm getting bored is to sort of set myself a challenge by using an inferior weapon. So, when I play Battlefield, or when I used to play Call of Duty... Oh shit. Where did you come from? Yeah, when I used to play Call of Duty, I would get bored, and I'm bleeding. I would get bored and just use a shotgun. Yeah? I would play with the shotgun because it put me at a disadvantage and made the game more entertaining for me to play. Not something I've ever done with any of the armor games, is deliberately give myself a bad weapon just to make the game more entertaining to play. But it's definitely something I used to do with Call of Duty. I'd get bored playing Call of Duty with the really easy point and click spray and pray weapons. It makes it more interesting to play it with a shotgun. I do the same with Battlefield. I'll very often play with a shotgun. I play with a shotgun with slugs. The spaz with slugs. Just because you die a lot, but, well, when you do shoot someone, it feels better because you've shot them with a shotgun rather than having shot them with a, you know, some M16 or something, which is basically far too easy. you give yourself a disadvantage. Put yourself at a disadvantage in the game. I see other players in Battlefield doing it as well. You know, there's a guy whose videos I watch really good. Russian Badger. You should watch his videos. Really funny. And I watched one of his a few days back where he had the rule. He had to kill people either with impact from smoke or knife. He was not allowed to fire his primary weapon in its primary way. He could only kill people with smoke impact. Why do you do that? Why would anyone put themselves at a disadvantage in a game? Well, to make it more interesting, because otherwise it has become too boring. Do I want another tent? Thinks, do I want another tent? I haven't seen many tents. 3 slots. Okay, we've got to do some infantry Tetris. Wait. Back. Back. Not going to leave me much room for food. Mind you, looking at my health state, I'm going to have to eat everything I come across anyway. Yeah, no, I can't. Can I? Let's open the backpack. Do you hear footsteps? I hear footsteps. Oh, looks like I'm chowing down on pistachios. Rebuild my health up. Keep on me. You can't eat pistachios that quickly. You just can't. Even shelled pistachios, you'd have difficulty eating that quickly. See how close to that back wall? They can tap you through that, so be careful. Little buggers are a little too interested in me. I'm going to drop one of those and pick some sardines up. You can never have too many sardines. 2 drinks, 3 food. Time to go get my bicycle back, I think. Top of the hill. And then where? Where shall I go? Where shall I go? What shall I do? Dodge the zombie, little bugger. Hop on my bicycle. And then Zelena, I guess. Check on my tent. See if I can lose some of these guys before I get all the way up there. And I could do without half a dozen Zeds up my chuff when I'm trying to... Helps you can actually run through the bushes, doesn't it? Yeah, I could do without half a dozen Zeds up my chuff when I'm getting on my bicycle, because I want to look at the map. Although I know roughly where I'm going south. I think I may have lost them. Yeah, lost zombies. So, zoom her out, put it down in the middle of Zelenogorsk. And that is, move the thing to the top to make it as bright as possible, 4.5 clicks. Southwest. Because we are pretty much in the middle of the map. Where's my bicycle? There's my bicycle. I want to be on that road. Tell you what I want to be. I want to be moving. Double tip. Alt, so I've got free look. No crash sites. And it's time basically to go home. Because, yeah, why not? Quick run on a couple of the larger military points on the map. You see how riding a bicycle, this is one of the best ways of getting about in this game. You, as I say, you have to be careful. You can't. They're very, very easy to damage. There is still a bug, an existing old bug within armor that will occasionally, for absolutely no reason whatsoever, spit you out the back. Right. Used to happen more, so whatever the bug is, it seems to have diminished, but there always used to be a bug in armor where a bicycle or a motorcycle or a quad would just spit you off the back for no apparent reason. Also got to watch out for low walls. Look, someone's car. No windows. Not even worth looking at. So, off we trot. Talk to you later. So, here we are. Just to the south, I don't know, south west of Zelena. That is a wee bit embarrassing, because I'd finished doing all my recording, swapped into Linux as I normally do, into Ubuntu, and edited my video, rendered it. I didn't watch it all the way through. Finished rendering the video, so I thought I'd better watch it all the way through before I upload it to YouTube, to discover that the tail end of the video of me coming into Zelena, rounding off all I was going to say and finishing up, didn't get recorded. Oh! And we're talking about a good couple of hours. See, my tractor's still here. So, I'm going to do a little bit more playing. So this is, instead of being the like 4 o'clock-ish that I was on earlier, this is about 7:30 in the evening now. And guess what? Still nobody on this bloomin' server. About 7:30, let's have a look at my phone. 7:41. Heck, the server's got about to do another restart at 8 o'clock. And, yeah. I'm still the only person on the server. No idea how many people there might have been. Loads of people playing in the intervening couple of hours. Because it does take a long time to render these videos, you know. My videos tend to be around an hour long. 40 minutes to, I don't know, an hour. I don't time them. It's just as long as it takes. And that takes a good couple of hours to edit and render. And then I've got to watch it through. Those Zeds over there. Just me. Well, they can't be in early, can they? I'm the only one on the bloody server. Yeah, they're all the ones that get stuck behind. They spawn in as a group inside the supermarket now, which they never used to. At this distance you don't see anything inside the all the shelves are missing. But odd. So yes, I'm back in to basically do a run through Zelena and finish off what I was talking about in my video. And I've sort of lost my thread now. Don't know what I was thinking or talking about. It's going to get loud as we do a little run through. Picked up. I was watching through on the video. Oh, hang on. I was complaining in the video when I was up in the airfield about, ooh, there's nothing here. I was reviewing the video only to discover that I actually missed an MP5 sitting on the floor. I was close to that wall and they tapped me through it a couple of days ago. I was playing with Gaddo and all of a sudden I got tapped through that wall. See? He just came through a bloody wall. And I'm now bleeding. Chuffing heck. These bloody zombies. Wall bouncing. Wow. My blood's even lower than it was earlier. That is so annoying when they glitch through walls. Oh, here they come. We're going to have ourselves a bit of a standoff. Coming through. Thank you. Right, let's have a look. 7:41. 7:41. Heck, the server's going to about to do another restart at 8 o'clock. And, yeah. I'm still the only person on the server. So yes, I'm back in to do a run through Zelena You just walked through a closed door, you little shit. Where's your mate? There was another one. There he is. Glitches, this game. That's that survival pack. So yes, I was reviewing the video and I said, "Ooh, there's nothing here," and I thought, hang on, what was that? I rewound the tape, or rewound the recording, had another look at it, and yeah, there was an MP5 sat on the floor with at least 2 clips. Nice weapon, quieter than this one, and quite a good weapon as an anti-zombie weapon, the MP5. Especially the silenced one. God, if I missed a silenced MP5, I would be livid with myself. That's what happens when you become very blasé with a game like this, when you think you know it so well. This is a building you don't want to get stuck in. Can you see absolutely nothing? Hang on, where am I? Hang on, back up. Out the door. Let me out. Thank you. One of the points I was making with the about the movement, having played Arma 3, knowing how good movement can be, God, I hope the well, it's not even a case of just hoping that the standalone for DayZ has similar movement, but actually, if they don't have the movement system from Arma 3 in DayZ standalone, because it doesn't matter if the graphics look like this, because quality of graphics, not the end of the world. This looks pretty good, doesn't it? And my graphic settings are pretty much maxed out. Obviously, I've got to be mindful of the fact that I'm recording. So this sits at 30 frames per second whilst I record, but my graphic settings are options, video options, very high default, disabled, because otherwise I get spangly bits and trees, very high, ATOC is disabled because I don't like it. Terrain detail very high, object detail very high, shadow detail, yeah, well, I can put that on very high. HDR normal, again, doesn't really make any difference. That's on sharp. Post-processing is disabled because I don't like it. If I'm not recording, what I'll do is I'll whack the 3D resolution up to about 125. That's about the only real difference I do with the game. And you know what? This game looks pretty good. So if DayZ standalone looks like this, I don't have a problem. I will have a problem if the issues that this game suffers from with the animations still exist. For instance, I think, yeah, I've got a grenade and stuff. If I wanted to throw a smoke grenade, let's make sure I've got the smoke grenade one, smoke grenade, okay. I'm stood here, I'm going to run up this road, throw the smoke grenade. So I run up the road and I throw the smoke grenade. I've just thrown the throw. No, I haven't. I'm trying to throw the smoke. I have to stand still. Now I've started throwing the smoke grenade, I want to run. I've got my finger on the W button. I have to wait for the animation to finish before the smoke grenade gets launched. And that's the same with all of the animations in this game. They get queued up. And one animation must finish before the next animation starts. And it's the reason why the game feels so damn clunky. If you're playing Arma 3, you don't have that issue. Animations are no longer queued up. One animation can interrupt another animation. So you can run and throw a hand grenade. You see, I've got my rifle, and if I change my PVW, okay, let's try and do that while I run. I stop running. You stop running because there is no, you can't change weapons, and so I'm running, and I go to my PDW, and it stops me running. In Armour 3, you can swap weapons whilst you run. You can rearm while you run. You can rearm in this one, you know, reload. But it is one of the biggest drawbacks, or one of the biggest sort of clunky movement feelings you get in this game. Let's go through. So I'm running. I'm about to select my primary weapon. He stops, and then carries on running. Let's have some fun with that grenade. I better make sure I throw it a long way, because they're damned powerful grenades in this game. So I run. I'm hitting the mouse button trying to get the hand grenade to launch. Won't launch. I have to stand still. I have to pull the hand grenade out. I have to throw it. Yeah? And I can't interrupt that animation, where in Armour 3 I can. So, standalone needs to have that. You will... If it doesn't, if the Dayz standalone does not allow that fluidity of movement, I'll be upset, more than a little upset. If it's got this clunky animation feel of Armour 2, I ain't going to be a happy camper. Wait. I will want the same, I expect the same quality of animation, or the same quality of the ability to... I'll get my words out in the right order in a second. This game has an issue. You sort of accept it in this game because that's all we've ever had. We didn't know this engine was capable of not having this problem, because the problem has always existed within the Armour series. That one animation would start, it would play through, and it would stop. And there would be no queuing up of animations one after the other. For instance, if someone's throwing a hand grenade and you shoot them, they don't fall down dead straight away. They have to finish throwing the hand grenade. They may even have to throw the hand grenade and pull out their primary weapon, stand there, then fall down dead. And we've always sort of accepted it in Armour because we didn't think it was capable of anything else. But now we've seen Armour 3. And it's the same game, just with a slight upgrade. So if Armour can do that in Armour 3, Dayz better be able to do that. You better have the fluidity of player movement that you get in Armour 3 in Dayz. So, enough of me ranting on. I will wrap up the video at this point and go back to Ubuntu, go back to my OpenShot and my editing suite, put it all back together again and wait another 2 hours for it to render. And then I'll upload it. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment and post. Any questions, any direct questions, I'll answer them. And yeah, thanks for watching my video. You'll be getting some more later. Talk to you later then. Bye bye.